What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a special edition of Artist Talk. I'm your host, Michael B. CEO, founder, CEO of Boom Crew ET. I have my little brother with me right now to join me. This is our second time actually fully meeting, which is really dope. State your name for everybody.
Jgooding, also known as Jgooding. My Instagram, Jgooding with 3 G's at the end. YouTube is the same thing. And this is the second time meeting.
It was just crazy because we've known each other for a while through social media and just never had a chance to link. And then he just hit me one day and said, "Yo, bro, I'm trying to come down with Jay Smooth." Shout out to our little bro, Jay Smooth.
Dude.
And he was like, "Yo, I want to come down to session, man, like, and live." I said, "Come to the crib." At the time, I didn't have a roommate. I was like, "Yo, come to the crib. I'll move shit around and we'll session." And we sessioned from like a quarter to 1 until like 7. Just straight vibes, positive energy, great talks. I mixed live while we were sessioning. We went on live on our platforms as well, so everybody's seen everything we were doing.
Right.
And it was just interesting, man. So let's talk about like your start. Where do you, how did you get into dancing?
Funny stories. I started dancing. I was whack. I was like 4, 5. There's this little tape of me dancing. I danced with my brother. We was in an apartment in New York. Dancing. I couldn't dance for anything. I was jumping up and down and doing nonsense. Then years came. I danced a little more, but I danced here and there. I think at 13 is when I started taking it like a little bit serious. Like I wanted to start learning the foundations, all that extra stuff. I performed my freshman year of my high school. And I was nervous as we out there. Yeah, everybody ready, da-da-da. Jgooding, they like Jgooding, mind you, my older brother went to that school. He just graduated and I just started. So everybody like, who is this kid, right? I was like, I'm about to go out here and make a name for myself. I just found out about this Jersey style. So I was new to everything. Went out there and just killed everybody I was on stage with. Everybody's like, "Yo, who is this? So I made a name for myself, and then from there I was like, "Yo, this kind of feels good. I like the vibes." We continued, did well to dance. And
What do you feel like was your biggest moment so far in your career as a dancer?
World of Dance, 2017 Boston. That was. I also started dancing in church too. That was the first time I ever danced in front of people. But Boston was the biggest stage I ever danced on. Most people I've ever danced in front of. It was crazy. The nerves was hitting me crazy. All these known dancers and vets that's been dancing for years. You're seeing battling and performing, and it's like, dang, like I'm about to be on that stage in about 5 minutes. You gotta get your stuff together. And funny story, nobody knows, but I went on stage and freestyled that whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was just like everybody's like, "Yo, you did nice." And was it playing? I was like, "Nah, yeah." I kind of just listened to the song until I got there, and then. But I should have. I felt like if I did choreo and I went up there, I'd have killed it.
So what is it about freestyling that touches you? Because I know for like most people, it's the obvious. I get to express myself the way I want, but you also get that in the choreo world as well.
Right.
And some people have a hard time getting choreo, not realizing what you're freestyling can be choreographed as well.
Right.
You just need like direction. So how do like freestyling for you fits just for you?
I always like that's where I can be my most creative. I like coming up with. I've always been a person to come up with things on the spot. So choreo, to me, while other people find it like I can come up with this, that, and that, and you put it together. Me, it's moments where I'm doing a move, and then I could just be like, oh, I already know what's gonna come next because I know how I'm naturally flowing with it. And that's how I create, and that's how I also express myself. But to me, it's just I've always loved that raw. I don't have to sit here and all right, cool. I'm gonna come up with this, and then I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna come up with this, then I'll make a video. Like I like that. All right, we're gonna do this right now, and I'm gonna come up with this right now, and we're just gonna do this like this. Everything's gonna be like this. Because now it's like you gotta think. You have to think about what's next. You have to feel what's next, and it just comes to me. I don't ever have to be like, all right, I'm gonna create this, and then we're gonna do this. It just comes to me. I don't have to think about, all right, I want to create something that's viral or create something that's incredible. I'm gonna do it. And if it don't work out, you learn through trial and error. Like, all right, this didn't work, now I'm gonna do it again. You know what I mean? That's it.
So, inspiration. That's one of the biggest terms as an artist. Being inspired by something or someone. Where does your inspiration come from?
Well, it's levels to my inspiration.
Okay.
So
Let's break it. Hold on, let me get a little more comfortable. Let's break this down.
So it started out with my older brother and my family. Like, those were the first set of people to tell me, like, whatever you trying to do, you could accomplish it as long as you get a plan and you just follow it. Whatever you go hard. Don't let nobody stop you from doing anything. That's how I got my work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Then I like Michael Jackson a lot. I like the moonwalk. I like how smooth he was.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went deeper into dance. That's when I started taking it serious. Then I found out who the twins was, the Les Twins, and the musicality part. I didn't understand that. My mom used to always be like, yo, you dancing to the lyrics, dance to the beat, dance to the beat, dance to the beat, dance to the beat. And I got so deep into musicality that I lost myself. So instead of like, a lot of people when they watch something or they're trying to learn something, they kind of go to where they're from. So like you watch US dancers and you watch known like Keita and stuff like that. I kind of fell in, since I started with the twins, I fell into the European style of like how they freestyle and groove and listen to music. So I didn't know a lot of US dancers till the end of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about over here. I know a lot about over there. Like I know a lot about over there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's how I fell into that. And then I started watching more like people that don't even dance, like Denzel Washington, like, you know, people that's very like doing well for themselves, and just seeing how their mindset is and seeing how I could apply it to myself. And that was that.
So what is it about, you said the mindset, so what is it about the mindset of somebody like a Denzel Washington? Like, what is it that you get from him that makes you take it into your own personal life and use it for yourself?
He has a saying that he said, and it's you stick around the barbershop long enough, you're bound to get a haircut. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, you stick doing something long enough, it's bound to work out somehow. And he also said he doesn't have there's no need to have a plan B. There's no need to have something to fall back on, because you can fall forward. Mm-hmm. You fall on what you're doing. You go hard on what you're doing. You don't need to fall back on anything else. Yeah, something could happen, but if you go hard and I end up meeting someone and teaching someone, if that's destined for you, there's nothing that can stop you. There's a lot of people that have talent, and there's a lot of people that have work ethic. And if that work ethic could go far past talent, because it's how hard you're working consistently. Someone with talent they have a head start, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna be ahead of you all the time. You work, they're not moving, they just have talent. If you have talent and you work, it's gonna take you anywhere you wanna go.
Nice. Like the quote that you just did, not the barbershop one, the one about like, if you go so hard for plan A, you really don't need a plan B.
Yeah.
I got that from Will Smith, and I was listening to him when he was talking about it, and it's true. And it's the thing is, as we grew up, all of us as young kids, our parents always just told us, especially when it came to like careers like dancing or music or basketball, you always heard, have a plan B.
Yep.
You know, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a plan B, guys.
Sure.
I'm letting you guys know this now.
For sure.
There's nothing wrong with having that. It's the fact that if you are so strong about what you really want to do, not the people like, oh, I love this, I want to do this, and then a month later, oh, I love this, I just want to do this. Like, no, the people that's really solid about what they want to do. Like me, I always knew I wanted to be an entertainer.
Right.
I didn't want to be a dancer. For people who always assume that about me, I always wanted to be an entertainer, whether it was me being in front of the camera, behind the camera, something that dealt with entertainment, period, that was going to be me, period. So whether it's me being an MC while somebody is DJing, or whether I am DJing or something like that, no matter what it was, as long as it dealt with entertainment, I was going to do it. And that's what I'm passionate about. Not just dancing, not performing, not just this. Is all forms of entertainment. Even though I'm a retired performer, but we ain't gonna talk about that. So you kind of went into my second question because you mentioned Denzel Washington. Can you name like 4 other people that's not in the dance world that you get inspiration from?
My mother, Denzel Washington. There's not too many because I don't. Other things are just YouTube. And it's funny to say YouTube because it's like, what the heck can you learn from YouTube? You can learn a lot.
Yes.
Mentality, how to work hard on something, what not to do, how to approach certain situations. Cook, yeah. You can learn a lot. So yeah, I just learned from it. I learned from certain people in my life. Like I met a guy named Sal. He was a teacher in my high school years, and he helped me through so much in becoming like a guy that, because I don't have a father figure, so he helped me become like, all right, this is how you gotta be when the real life hits. And I never understood it at the time because I was young, but you get older and it's like, oh, he meant this, or oh, this person meant that. And my mom always told me, like, you know what I mean, like you gotta listen, take their advice, you gotta listen, because there's certain, not saying that you have to apply everything, but there's certain things that you gotta take from certain people, and if you're talking too much, you're not gonna hear it. So you gotta listen first, think about it, and respond, or be like, all right, cool, like, you know what I mean? So it's just, so I learned more from people that I've met than, to be honest, than the internet. But the internet does also show you like a lot, especially when you have to go out and find it yourself, and you're trying to do so many things without all the repercussions. Like, yeah, you're gonna fail 100 times, and you're gonna see people say no 100 times, but if you keep working and keep working and keep working and keep working, eventually you're gonna figure it out. There's no way you can try 1,000,000 times and not figure it out. Like the dude who created the light bulb, he tried what, 900 and something times, or 1,000 times, whatever. He figured out the light bulb. Like simple things like that. You know what I mean? If you don't try, you'll never know. Like I didn't think I would be dancing out on World of Dance, and I actually went to a World of Dance event twice, in Boston and New York. I didn't know that was gonna happen, but it just happened. You know, I kept working. I was like, I'm gonna make it on there. I'm gonna make it on there. I'm gonna make it on there. I didn't know it was gonna be so quick, but I was just like, I'm gonna make it on there. I'm gonna make it on there. Practicing. I'm gonna make it on there. I'm gonna make it on there. And then boom, you get the email. You're like, yeah, you're accepted. Boom, then you get the phone call like, yeah, you got to be here by this time. This is the lineup. You get there and you see these known dancers. That's like, oh yeah, everything's normal. Like, you know what I mean? And I was never a person to get like geeked off of like, oh, this is a celebrity, or oh, like. So to me, it was just, oh, this is competition. Oh, this is what this person could do. Okay, this is how this person does this. All right, cool. And I learned. I was never hyped, because at the end of the day, I just look at everybody like, my bro Jay Smooth says it too. You got arms, you got legs, and we can do the same thing.
Let's talk more about World of Dance. I want to talk about your experience, because I've been on a part of that culture for years now. Let's talk about your first ever experience. You said it was Boston, correct?
2017.
Let's go through the process. Like, how did you hear about it? You don't have to go into like how you signed up. That's just a given. And then we'll just talk about walking in that spot, because I've never been to the Boston one. Just walking in, the first thing you see, or the first people that you see. Let's talk about that.
This is funny as hell, right? Because you know these the first people that I see there. But so you get the email, whatever the case is. So you're getting ready, whatever. I actually drove there. We didn't fly. We drove. Me and a set of friends at the time, and so half the car ride was knocked out because I was tired. Knocked out. We get there, couldn't find the place. Found the place. We was there too early. Went to get something to eat, whatever the case is. So I walk in there. I'm like, yeah, like I'm performing. I'm confused. Like I don't know how this goes. And she's like, yeah, you get extra tickets to go downstairs. You and I think 2 of my friends. You got extra tickets to go downstairs before, like, you know, all the dancers and stuff get there. So whatever. Everybody else had to go and sit in the auditorium little thing, you know. I get there, I go downstairs, and I see these dancers going hard. Mind you, nothing has started yet. Battles haven't started, performances haven't started. This is just like, maybe we have another 20, 30 minutes until everything like gets going. everybody's just warming up, bugging. Then people are doing makeup, all of this stuff. So I'm looking like, wow, like they really go hard over here. And I see this guy, tall guy, dancing, grooving, so smooth. I'm like, yo, how does he move like that? Like, he's so nice. It was Juan, right? So I'm like, oh, that's crazy. So like, I see him there, Then I see Hybrid, and I'm like, well, these are guys that's close to me. Like, I didn't know they was gonna be here. So now I'm kind of excited, but I had never. My first battle was earlier that year, so I wasn't confident to just go and jump in there. My friends keep telling me, go battle. I'm like, I don't know what I'm capable of, so I'm not gonna jump in there. But I guess they knew what I was capable of, so they were but I was too focused on, I gotta perform. Energy there was crazy though. There's a lot of love. Not really like, I don't know how to, when people are rapping or whatever, there's a lot of like beef and there's a lot of, but in the dance community, it's kind of different. Like, everybody's helpful in that moment, like in that time, like everybody's helpful. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I think you should try this, or if you want to get a video after here, because I guess they're there for some time, so everybody's just connecting and networking, and it's such a fast pace, like things are going by like this. When the night was over, it was just like, dang, I wish I could do this again. Like the next day, like why am I going home? I don't want to go home. I want to do this again and again and again. The energy there was crazy. Like, those dancers, you can feel like how hard they work. You could feel how they dance to the music. There were some people that you could tell, like, all right, he's a beginner, like he's starting out just like me. But you could tell his heart was in it. Like, he's not gonna give up no matter who he battles here. And it was incredible. Fans out there was crazy too. Like, the people, they had so much love. I don't know Boston, that area like that, but I know after I performed, the love I got from people that don't know me, that don't know I'm 5-6 hours away, was crazy. So I was just like, and it was stage, looking out. I don't know if you ever been there, but looking out, when you're on the stage, the seats are like this. It goes up and up and up, and it goes back. So boom, 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 boom. I was like, and the judges were somewhere like in the middle. I was like, dang, like I've never been to something like that. That's why when I went to the second one, I just battled. I was like, I never got the chance to battle, so let me go out and try something. It was dope.
So yeah, mine was my first time. It was New York, 2013, I believe it was, or something like that. 2013. Which was fun, but like I kind of was like in my own world, so I really didn't pay attention to anything. So it's really a blur. But 2016, I went and was it 16? No, 15. 2015, I went. And I went with two of my friends. And the first person I met was B-Boy Morris.
Oh, snap.
And talk, chill, great conversation. Like, that's my homie still to this day. He shows me a lot of love all the time. And if I have advice, I do it, hit him up, we talk, stuff like that. But I met him for the first time. And then right after I met him, I went to, I'm always big on watching the freestyle world more than the choreo world.
Right.
As I gotten older, if I was younger going to it, I would have been more like, I want to watch the stage. I wasn't going to care about the freestyle and whatever. And then I went to the room. The first person I seen was Fiction.
Huh.
And so I met Fiction for the first time, and I was talking to him. And no, I am lying. No, I'm not lying. I didn't meet Fiction. Okay, because it's different. So I met Fiction. I met Boogie Freinick. I met, it wasn't Havoc. It was another OG. I cannot think of his name. Sorry.
It's crazy.
I have pictures of him though. I have like pictures with every last one of them. And I was just talking to them. And this is at I Play America before like they changed the whole thing to the event center or whatever. And it was just beautiful energy, man. I knew a lot of the dancers that was there. They was happy to see me. They was like, yo, you never come to these events. I was like, because I'm always doing something, but it was just dope. 2016 is when I got Dancing Mike to come. And same thing, soon as we walked in the door, the first person we seen, because B-Boy Morris recognized me, say, yo, man, I was like, oh shit, what's up? And we started talking. Then I met, introduced Dancing Mike to him. And then again, soon as we walked in again, Fiction was right then and there. We met Fiction again. Smart Mark, I met him the year before.
Mm.
And then Super Crew.
Oh, they was there?
They were there.
Jeez.
We was hanging with them. Kim
Lot of
Clutch.
hitters.
It was like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we was just vibing. It was just beautiful. And the fact that people coming up to us like, yo, you think they're taking pictures with us, this and that? I'm like, yo, yeah. Like, go. Just ask. Like, I'm like, yo, they're humans, bro. Like,
Right.
don't let
get
like
geeked out,
the
yeah.
IGs and the YouTube numbers and shit like that. Like, these guys are humans. These women are humans. Like, they're people at the end of the day. They like to be around people,
Right.
not just fans the whole time that's gonna be on their dick the whole time.
Right.
But it was just beautiful, man. The fact that I barely danced at those events. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold you. I go there just to enjoy. I don't go to dance. I don't go to do none of that. I just go to enjoy. But I can say 2018, when I went again in 2018. Was it 18 or did I skip 18?
I went in 18.
I think. Did I skip 2 years? I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if I skipped 2 years. No, I did freestyles. Okay, I did freestyle 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I remember because I had my camera in my hand and I was freestyling. But I really didn't want to dance like that, but it just kind of happened. I skipped 17 and I skipped 18. I didn't go those 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lying. I did go 18. I skipped 17. I did go 18. And then 19, we performed. Yeah, 19, we ended up performing and everything like that. And that was beautiful. A lot of bad things happened during that day. I'm not talking about that, but it was great. And then, we were supposed to do it this year.
Yeah.
But COVID happened. So
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
we didn't get a chance to do it. But the experience, like, as a dancer, if you never experienced World of Dance, guys, it's really good. Minus the politics of how they try to be a part of it and stuff like that. You guys take that away. It don't fucking matter. Like,
I don't know.
bro, it's a beautiful time to be around beautiful people, especially the younger generation, and seeing how much passion they have for the love of dance. It definitely does something to you and makes you be even more motivated to like continue to do it, even if you're my age or older. It makes you want to continue to actually do it. So our experience is kind of like similar.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I went to the New York one too, but I didn't go to perform that time. I went to battle, and it was a crazy story because it was Jay Smooth's first World of Dance battle. It's my first World of Dance battle, but second World of Dance event. And I was hurting a couple days before in my hip, and I was like, oh, I don't think I could like do this. Like, I don't think I could go out and dance. And he was like, no, bro, we're gonna go out. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna do this, right? I'm like, all right, cool. So again, we take a couple of our friends, we drive out, we go. We get there. Energy is always good. S Rank was there. Keita was there. And I was like, all right, cool. In my head, I'm not planning on winning this. I'm just gonna come out and enjoy myself like I usually do. Like, I'm used to the vibes now. Like, I know how everything goes. I'm more mature in the dance, like when it comes to dancing and networking and all that. So I know what's up. He's there. Everybody's hyped. My friend from Brooklyn comes to Queens because the event was in Queens. Comes to Queens to watch all that. So we're there. Met a couple of dancers. Havoc was there. And at the time, I just knew who he was, like how raw he was, and I was excited because it's like to me he's an OG. Like, he's somebody that's like, he's nice, and I like when talent is there, because when talent gives you advice, like, all right, I could take this and I could learn something, I could run with it. So I got excited because I'm like, okay, cool. If I dance and I do this, he don't like it, he gonna say something. If he like it, he gonna say something. So I was happy to be in that area. So I was like, you know what, I'm a battle, whatever the case is. I signed up last minute because I wasn't going to. I was ready to change my mind because I was scared. Didn't want to injure myself, which I ended up doing. So I ended up battling, whatever the case is. Jay Smooth was smoking people. I made it through prelims. I ended up starting it off, which was crazy. Made it through prelims, started getting this hip pain. Like, nah, yo, I want to lose now. Like, now I don't, like, I don't want to, I'm having fun, but I don't want to push it. He's like, yo, just keep going. All right, made it past the first round, second round. And then I made it all the way to the semifinals. Don't know how. Don't ask me how. Just made it to the semifinals. I went against a B-boy. I forgot his name. And he was good. But first round, I took, it was a bust around song. Second round, he took, so we went into sudden death, which is third round, no more after that, right? He did the same move he did in his round before. It was like a freeze on his head or something, and he won. Everybody thought I was gonna win. I don't know how, like, I don't even know. I don't really care at the time because I wanted to lose. Like, I wanted to lose really bad. I wanted to just stop. And he won. Everybody's like, yo, I don't get it. And I went over to him, and I was like, I'm so happy that you won. Like, you can ask him to this day. I say, I'm so happy that you won, because I'm hurt, and I'm tired of just dancing today. And he gave me so much respect. He was like, yo, I didn't even know you was dancing. Like, nothing was wrong. I was like, because I'm trying to give you your best. Like, we're having an exchange. To me, it's not, I have to diss you or I have to violate you. Let me explain my dance, and you explain your version of dance, and we just come together, and let's just see. You know what I mean? What I understand and what you understand, and what you could get from me and what I could get from you. There's a lot of things I learned from him, like timing and stuff. He had a whole group. I just had more friends. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, it was real good. Havoc gave me some advice. He told me keep going hard. He said when you feel better, climb back up to the top. And at the time, I was like, yeah, I don't know. This injury is seeming like I'm done. But he gave me so much advice. Him and there was, I think it's the guy the owner of Battle Fest or something like that. He was also judging. And yeah, they gave me some advice. And I met Taylor, the dancer, there too. She gave me some advice. And then she wanted to link, and Keita wanted to link for a video, but I was in so much pain that I was like, yeah, I'm going back home. Like, to me, these are just regular people, so like, I'm going back home. Like, I don't need no clout. I don't need no, you know what I mean? I'm hurt. I want to go lay down. And Jay Smooth, he was like, yo, I really want to stay. And I'm like, I know you do, but like, these chances come around again. Like, they come to these events. So, it was crazy. I didn't think I was going to make it to the semifinals. And I feel like if I wasn't injured, I probably would have won. And who else did I met? I think his name is C4. He had like twists or dreads or something at the time. He won the whole thing. Yeah.
I only know C4 from Sub by 4, CB4, from my balls. That's my shit. Shout out to Chris Rock.
Yeah.
So if you can give your fans the best advice you feel like you can give them, what would it be?
Stretch. Don't give up. When it seems like you're not there, that's when you get in there. And when people tell you, I don't think you should do this, or I think like you would benefit from this, and they haven't done it, and they haven't gotten far in it, don't take that advice. Look for advice from people that's in it, in the dance community, that's far in it, that you can see is not going to use you for something. But at the end of the day, almost everybody's going to use you for something to benefit themselves. But there's genuine people out there that's going to be like, all right, like I can help you out with this, and you just exchange. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to just take something from somebody and give them back nothing. You got to always exchange, and that's how you always stay in the loop. And then the next thing is dance. The dance circle is like a figure 8, right? You will always see the same people at certain events. If you go out there, because this is for all the people that's scared. If you go out there, you're nervous, and you feel like you shouldn't be there, go and dance. That's the sign that you should go out there. Nobody's worried about embarrassing yourself. They want to see something different. They don't want you to look like this person or look like Keita, your isolations. They want you to look like you. That's literally what they're looking for, something different. So if you go out there and just be you, that's exactly what they're looking for. So just go out there. If you're battling, I don't know how it is for the entertainment side, but if you're battling, go out there and just be you. Go hard, then you're going to do good. You'll always see those people. You'll always network. Just keep going to those events. Eventually, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, like how they saw you. Like, oh, Malcolm, like, you know what I mean? They're going to know you. They're going to remember you. They're human. They're regular people. When they see you and see you and see you, eventually they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we should get a video. Oh, yeah, like, come over, let's lab or do something. Like, they're going to see you. It's like a figure 8. It's not as big as the music industry and stuff like that. So it makes it a little easier to get inside.
My advice to you guys will literally just be yourself. Literally just be yourself. you are enough. You know, you have a voice that's powerful as well as somebody that might be, you know, higher than you in some type of way, whether it's just, you know, social media, money, financial, whatever.
Right.
You do have a voice, you know, you do matter. But like I said, be yourself. That's about it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Artist Talk. Sorry for the delay of everything, man. Just life's just been happening.
Facts.
Like I said, things are coming back up full circle. And I finally figured out how to use this microphone as well. So I will be having content. I won't promise you every week, but content will be coming out. Make sure you follow all our platforms, Boom Crew ENT on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where all our production stuff will be on. You can follow my personal YouTube channel for all the behind the scenes and vlogs, Malcolm B CEO, or you can type in Young Shane, I should pop up. Also the same thing on Instagram, Malcolm B CEO. You can follow me on there. And if you have TikTok, follow me on TikTok, Malcolm B CEO. And have a good time. That was good, bro.